Welcome to Social Work 7065, Macro Theory and Practice. We are starting week 5, Geographic Assessment of Communities and Social Planning. So if you remember last week, we talked a lot about social theory, in particular community theory, and introduced the concept of social capital. As part of the quiz, I asked you to take a community survey, and I have posted the results in the module. And one thing you'll notice, what is the relationship between social cohesion, otherwise known as bonding social capital or trust, and how long a person has lived in the community. So I have the answer for that, at least, for the purposes of, our convenience sample. To prepare for the quiz this week, you will have to prepare a table of data from census data or some other reputable source. You'll also have to prepare a map of your community. Both of these should be on the Community for Your Group project. Each quiz you will turn in individually, but if you are working with your group, you can turn in the same map or data table. It might be a good idea for each of you to do a separate one, and then you can compare and look at the ones each other did. You'll have several choices that I posted in the module on how to create these. The simplest to create a data table is to use Census Quick Facts, because you can plug in 3 geographies. It could be 3 zip codes, 3 cities, state of Michigan, and then it will create a table for you. You can copy and paste that table into a Word document and then format it so that it's more attractive. The easiest way to make a map is, I think, to use Google Maps. I've posted instructions on how to save a Google map. You can actually highlight specific landmarks, favorite stores, restaurant, places to get services, favorite parks, and then you can create a legend and then save that. And there is a way to embed that into Canvas, but of course the cheat is to take a screenshot or what have you and upload it that way. The bulk of the rest of what the module and the readings talk about is social planning. The reason we're talking to people, engaging, getting to know the community is so that we can plan social interventions at the community level. And in the textbook, there are 4 basic approaches, and those will be examined in the module. There is a lot of information, and I've included lots of links to resources for further study. You don't have to read them all this week, but ones that I've engaged with are charrettes, open space technology, and World Cafe. These are all different ways of bringing people together to plan, and in particular, for our purposes, plan for community change. Some other reminders: the community engagement paper is due next week, and you should be, by this week or early next, you really should have the first section of the community analysis. You should know the social history of your community, and you should definitely be started on original data collection to assess, and then, by the end of February, because we're going to have to turn that in. All right, well, I've been very impressed with what's going on in the discussion board, and people are mostly getting the quiz all right, or 3 out of 4. So keep up the good work, and I'll see you next week.